You guys were on the court. What do you think went wrong for the Clippers being on your end of the things? Because everyone wants to make a deal out of whose fault was it. Being from your perspective, what happened to the Clippers? Were you guys just better?
Let me go first. Let me go first. I just think from hearing those guys didn't get along well. Like when you walk in the locker room and you want to make a long, tough, hard run in the playoffs, you got to get along with the guys in that locker room. That's first and foremost. You got to be able to and be willing to say, all right, I'm going to sacrifice my own tonight because he has it going on, or I'm going to set really hard screens so I can get this guy open. I don't think those guys had that. I don't think they had that chemistry. I don't think they had that camaraderie that, you have in Denver or you had in Portland, even though Portland didn't make it as far as Denver. Like some teams you can see they really enjoy each other on and off the court. It didn't seem to me like the Clippers enjoyed each other. It just seemed like there was a bunch of really good, talented guys that didn't fit. It's almost like a puzzle with pieces. Think about buying a puzzle in the box and some of the pieces just don't fit. That's what it seemed like to me. And obviously, the coach is going to take the blame. He's going to take the fall before anybody else. But those guys, I said this before, Ben. I didn't think the Clippers would make it to the finals. I told Ben this months ago
You did.
because who team is it? Who's going to shoot the ball at the end of the game? Who like you got so many guys that's so much talent that certain nights guys take off because they're like, whether they're in their feelings, oh, he got the ball, he got it going. You got two guys coming off the bench averaging 20. Sometimes that's a little bit too much. People that's a little bit too much.
I mean, Jameer made some really good points. You've heard stories about maybe chemistry issues over there. But honestly, I couldn't give you just the honest answer what happened with him. I know that they had double digit leads on us when they were up 3-1, and we were able to come back and win those games. I don't know what happened. Anytime at some adversity hit, I'm not in their huddle. I don't know if maybe instead of staying together that they fractured. I know that guys on their team that were playing at a really high level during the regular season, they struggled against us. I know Lou Williams. I would love to sit here and tell you that we played really good defense on him, but I thought Lou missed a lot of makeable shots that he normally makes. Montrezl Harrell, I know he was out, the death of his grandmother, and he struggled, against us as well. So I don't know, what factors led to those guys, struggling. Again, I would love to say it was our defense, and maybe it was a little bit of our defense that contributed to it. But I wish I could give you an answer, but I'm gonna give our guys credit. I'm gonna give Nikola credit. I'm gonna give Jamal credit. I'm gonna give Jeremy Grant and Gary Harris and our guys. Our guys could have easily folded. It's funny that we're talking about this because just last night, a friend of mine sent me a screenshot. I believe it was like 1 or 2 minutes left in the third quarter of game 5, I believe, and we were down double digits. And you can see the scoreboard, it got blown up, and it said, Clippers lead 3-1, and we were down, I think it was 15, 16 points, with about a minute or 2 minutes left in the third. And I sat there and thought about it. I was like, how did we come back and win that game? It's just, when now that it's over for us and, I sit back and look at it, to come back from 3-1, not only against Utah, but against, a Clipper team that's very talented. I mean, that says a lot about the players that we have, that, the attitude to keep fighting and being in that bubble. Like we talked about earlier, it's so easy to just give up and want to go home. So, I think, the Clippers, they might have had some issues, but, I want to give a lot of credit to our guys for the fight that they showed.
Absolutely. You guys, it would have been easier to settle into human nature and say, I'm in this bubble. Like I saw somebody, I think it was Rondo, said he ate the same breakfast for 56 days straight.
Yeah.
So it's easy to give into human nature.